Now we need to review finding slope, the y-intercept, and writing the equation of the line. So the first thing I need to do is find the slope. Remember, when we're dealing with slope, this direction is positive, this is negative, this is 0, and this is undefined. So if I'm looking at the slope on this graph, automatically that is going to be a negative slope. Then, how far up and how far over? So I go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I go over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And when I simplify that, I get -1. Then, where does it hit for the y-intercept? It hits right here. Now I know it's kind of blurry to see, but this one is 1, this one's 2. Do you notice it's going up by a half each time? So 0, 1 is the y-intercept on this. So if I'm going to write my equation of the line, remember it's y equals mx plus b. So I replace the m with the slope, -1, and the b with the y-intercept of 1. If I have a table, I look at here. It's going from 8, it goes down to 2, so it went down 6. Right here, it went down, no, it went up 2. So that would come out to be -6 over 2, which is -3. Now, right here is my y-intercept. But what happens if I don't have my y-intercept? I mean, the y-intercept is this, but if I didn't have my y-intercept, I would use y equals mx plus b, and I'm going to use this point right here, and I'm going to replace my y with -1, my slope with -3, my x with 1, and I would find the b. When I do that, I would get this. I would add 3 to both sides, and I would get 2 is equal to my b. Isn't that what we already had right there? You can do it that way. That's much more work, but you could have done it that way, and you would get the equation y equals -3x plus 2. This next one, the equation is already given to you, so we're not going to worry about that. Remember that we have y equals mx plus b. So this is my slope, this is my y-intercept. So my slope is what is the coefficient of x. The constant, the number that stands alone, is my y-intercept. And the equation's already given to you. So here we're going to be finding slope. Remember, it's y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So I'm going to take my y values, these two right here, and I'm going to take -2 minus -3. And then I'm going to take, oops, I don't want that color. And then I'm going to take my x values, and I'm going to subtract those. When I do that, I get, that turns to a plus sign. So that's 1 on top. That turns to a plus sign there. And that would be 3 on bottom. So there's my slope. Now, I need to do y equals mx plus b. I'm going to use this first point. And I could have used the second point. It doesn't matter. But I'm going to replace my y value with -3. I'm going to replace my x value, my m value with 1/3. I'm going to replace my x value with -6. And I'm going to add b. So -3 equals. So this is the same thing as being over 1. Positive times negative is negative. 3 goes into 6 twice, so I have -2 plus b. I add 2 to both sides of the equal sign. I get -1 is equal to b. And I write my equation 1/3 x minus 1. And last but certainly not least, Jason needs to rent a truck. The company charges $19.99 for the rental and 25 cents per mile. The fact that this says a per in there, that is automatically my slope. And my y-intercept is going to be how much they charge no matter what, without even going a mile. So then I write my equation, y equals 0.25x plus $19.99.